What's up guys, Kenneth here with the LEGO Republic. Today we're going to be reviewing the 60262 LEGO City passenger airplane. So this should be a really fun review, so I'm going to open this up and build it on my live stream, and then we are going to do a review of it, which should be coming out, well, if you're watching this video then it has already come out. So let's open this box up. It does not have pop tabs, thank goodness, but it does have tape stuff, which is completely fine. And this is a big boy. So it does have this little fancy thing like you see on like cereal boxes. But yeah, okay. So we got a bag of just the big parts. I like it. Looks like bag 4, bag 1. Oh, this is the car. Okay. Let's see what else we got in here. I want to be careful just because there's, you know, pieces like this in here. Alright. This just looks great. I love LEGO City's instructions. They're all like cool, custom, detailed stuff. And they also come in a like separate plastic bag, which is great until then you need to, you know, put it in some Kids Go Free with Paid Adult. Oh, it's a Legoland ad. Okay, cool. And then, these final bags. Let's find the highest numbered bag. Here's a 6. So I think that's gonna cut it. No, 7. 7 is there are 7 bags in this set. Wow, that's a monster. So wow, yeah, this is great. Let's build this thing. 7 bags, 4 instruction manuals, and 1 live stream later, we are here with the 60262 passenger airplane from the summer 2020 wave of LEGO City. Whew, that was a mouthful. So it's also a lot full because it barely fits on this thing that's pretty big. So yes, this plane is huge. We're gonna take a big look at this, break it down. But first, as always guys, we start with the minifigures. First up, we have the pilot herself and the flight attendant, and they look pretty spiffy in their little dresses and suits there. And I really like the printing on them. So actually not a dress, she's wearing a shirt. I did know that, I just don't know the name. I blanked out. It's been a long day, guys. Anyway, so they do look really awesome in their prints there, and then their hair is amazing. I really love that hairpiece for the girl. I think it does a really good job there. I actually do have another one of those. And then on the back, there's really nothing on the back here. So yeah, those are the 2 people who are really gonna run your aircraft, and the other 2 employees that are going to run your station. Is this sort of looking construction worker dude? Even though he's not a construction worker, I am thinking like, I don't really know, someone who works out in the parking lot. Of course, there's no parking lot. What the set has him do is go sit in the tower. We'll go look at that later. And then the other guy, you know, the classic airplane dude who's doing this with the airplane stuff to get the airplane to go out, so that's pretty cool. He also drives the little cart that we'll see here in a minute, and you see back prints on both of them. Very nice. And does this guy, no, he does not have a second face. So yeah, pretty standard workers. Now we'll get on to the passengers. Ladies first. So you have this rockstar lady. I don't really know, but it's a rockstar lady. It's a passenger, so I would have preferred this lady to be, well, any of these 2 actually, to be substituted out with another like airport worker or another pilot or something, because there's 2 seats on the plane, but there's only 1 pilot. And sure, you could let the flight attendant go be the pilot, but like, come on, seriously, you're so close to filling out all of your seats because you don't have too many of them. But yeah, I just wish they would have thrown in a pilot and taken this girl out, but she is in the set. And then of course you have Poppy Star, who I have no idea what she's about. She's in some sort of a LEGO TV show, I've heard. I don't really know much about her, but apparently she owns this really fancy car, and we'll get into that in a second. So this whole plane is just based around a fake pop star? I don't really know, but I'm not really a fan too much. You do see some nice back prints, and then this face on the back, though, is hilarious. You cannot disagree with that. And then the back face on the other character has some glasses, so that is cool. I mean, the hair pieces on these girls are very interesting. I don't know why they don't just give them like regular hair pieces, but I'm sure the Poppy Star is herself, but I don't really know. Finally, the males of the Lego set, the male travelers, we have these two dudes, and I gotta say, I love the dude on the right. His torso print is just amazing. I just love that shirt so much. Unfortunately, the color of the printing on his shirt right there, like the tannish part, is not the same as the yellow on his face. That's a bit unfortunate, but I guess they can't get everything right. Maybe he's wearing something underneath it, I don't know. And then you see he has a nice face. This little fancy thing here can open his little suitcase, and there is a red 2x1 that's flat, and I have no idea why that's in there, but it's in there. Lego put it in there, so yeah, that's what is up. And then, you know, the minifigure that we all bought this set for, the baby, I mean, come on, that baby is just so adorable. If we can actually get the baby out of his little carriage thing, I mean, just look at how cute this baby is. You can actually pull his head off like a real Lego minifigure, which is just so cool to me, and then put it back on, which is just great. The dad there has that little bottle. He has that amazing hair, and the torso is the same print on the back, so we're gonna go check that out in the back. Take his hair off so you can see his alternate face, and that is the printing on the front and back. But you don't really see the printing because you have this cool like little baby carriage on the front, which is awesome, and it seats the little baby perfectly. And if I get the Razor Crest, I would totally put Baby Yoda in there just to be funny, but yeah, that is what's up. Also, really nice torso print on the back of this dude as well. So yeah, just really great minifigures with these two. Just because I love the baby and I love the torso print. No offense to the girls or anything, I just think that they did a better job with the boys in this one. Hey, leave me a note in the comments section below on what you think about this. So next up, we're going to start with bag one. What we made was Poppy Star's Convertible, which is kind of weird and doesn't look like a convertible too much, but I mean, it doesn't have a top, so I guess convertible, right? Yay. But here's the convertible. Basically, it's literally made just to fit inside the airplane. Like, that's the whole point of it. But apparently it's like her amazing car or whatever, so you can actually fit Miss Poppy Star here into the little car and drive her around. Although yeah, whatever, it's not like the, I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about this entire set being based off of a Pop Star, because it should be called a passenger plane, and because it's working around the Pop Star in her car, it doesn't have enough seats, and I'm just slightly annoyed about that. But, you know, it is a nice car, not gonna lie. You can literally put anyone you want in there, and that is what I just plan to do, so, yeah. Next, something that works very closely with the car, we have the entire ground crew ensemble stuff. So what is up here is you have this cart, and that does come off, which is unfortunate, but yes, you have this cart, which here is the front, and you can take your worker who works in the parking lot and place him right there, and he can drive the cart. Of course, you could take these off if you really wanted to. He drives the cart. Basically, the whole point of this is that you can put the people's baggage into this little spot in the cart, and unfortunately, it only holds the 2 pieces of baggage that they gave. Also, why are there 4 people and only 2 pieces of baggage? 6 people are actually going on the plane, and yet there's only 2 pieces of baggage. Not sure what's up with that, but basically, this cart can hook on to this little thing right here, which is the stairs to get up to the aircraft, and it can drag it over to the actual aircraft. The other thing it can drag is this little cart right here, and the point of this cart is to hold the car. So you just plop the car on right there. It doesn't slide, it doesn't move off. When you get to the aircraft, you can do this basically, where it just lifts the car up to the aircraft, and then you'll have to move it over with your hands. There's no like fancy like thing that's gonna slide it over, but that's really fine, I guess. But yeah, that's the point. We'll do that in a minute. Next up is the actual little section of airport itself, and it is so Florida themed, it's crazy, but it's okay. I like it. I like the palm trees, and the real reason I love it is for that guy's torso. But yeah, you can see this nice sticker here with the airport. You got some like little palm fronds there. These doors do open, which is nice, and the whole look of like the circle stuff there and the entire slope of the front is nice, although they did use a very interesting design which uses roller coaster pieces, so I'm not really sure what that's all about. Maybe they could make an addition, make like a monorail to the airport, so it like expands on this airport. I could totally see them expanding on the other side of this. Maybe make a monorail or something that could be its own $100 set, but yeah, that's just very unlikely, so I wouldn't count on that at all. But yeah, it's the airport. If we flip it around, you will see the inside here, and this is really nice. You've got a little vending machine here with a soda piece in it, and that if we pull it out, that is just a little what do I call it, clear yellow cylinder with a printed, thank goodness, printed soda thing on the top. And there are two of these in the set. One is on the plane, one is right here, and that is really cool. So I'm glad that they did that. I mean, it's just a really cool, unique piece to have in the set, and LEGO just decided they wanted to do it, and I like it. So of course, when the little tram is coming around here, it can drop off the all this stuff, you know, the baggage. It can just drop it right into that little compartment right there, and then the people can come in through the doors and pick it up. So it's not like the most fancy baggage claim that you would ever see like in an actual airport, but it does work for what it's supposed to do, so that is nice as well. You've got a little computer with which the flight attendant can double as the, you know, the airport manager, and you know, check off people's tickets and stuff as they come in. And then you've got a nice sticker right there, which is talking about like departures and stuff, and the status. There's like a lot more green than red, that's all I'm gonna say. And then you've got this weird wonky tower thing, which actually is pretty cool. If we take a look up at the top, this thing does go around. You can stick a minifigure in it. It's got the radar, and this is obviously the radar that's showing up on that screen, so it's pretty cool, and there's a lot of room for the dude in there. However, something cool about the tower that they may not have made a play feature like intentionally, but is a play feature in my opinion, is the fact that you can take the tower off. So isn't this just the coolest thing? So you can just pull, okay, well of course it breaks now, but you can pull the tower, just you can pull it clean off, and of course this breaks, but it didn't last time when I did it, and I thought it was a very interesting thing. You know what, we're gonna fix this later, because it doesn't need to be fixed right now, and we need to talk about the tower. So, the tower, of course, you can just have it freestanding like this, which is kind of cool that you can do that. So you can add it to something else potentially. However, it looks kind of weird and skinny on its own, and that's because it is weird and skinny on its own. So, yeah, but it is a place that you can take it off and put it back on. It's like the easiest thing in the world. But yes, I consider that a play feature. Let's talk about the plane. Now, there are a lot of cool things in the set, like the fact that you get a blue one of these instead of a regular orange one, but we're here to talk about the plane. Chances are that if you bought this set or are planning on buying this set, it's for the plane, not for the airport, not for all the other little features, which are cool and enhance your experience, but you're really buying a plane so you can fly it around, pretend you're a little kid, or if you are a little kid, you can be a little kid, and I have so much respect for that. So, let's get into the plane. If you see the front here, the nose, it is actually pretty skinny, so we're just gonna go bird's eye view just so you can get the skinniness there, and it is a new mold, which is cool, and even though it is two different pieces, it feels like one piece, which is super cool. Like, I can't tell that there's a break, because there's not. It's like so perfectly molded and everything, which is really nice. Now, this plane has a lot of cool features, and one not cool feature, but we're gonna get into all of that. So the first thing that you can do with this plane, and I'm just gonna back this up and put it right here. So I hope that that camera is, I mean, it's sitting on my knee, so I hope it works. The first feature you can do is pull off this front tab here, and in there are some pilot seats. And like I said, there are two pilot seats and yet only one pilot, but you know what? You can place your pilot in there, and that's just great. And you could also place the flight attendant in there if you wanted, and that's just great too. But then you put this thing back, and that works awesome as well. If you bring up this cart with the car, if you bring up this cart with the cart, hold on. If you bring up this little stair thing with the toy cart that we talked about earlier, then you can open this door up, and then you can have your people walk up the stairs into the aircraft, and there is room to stand a person on every single spot of this. So like you don't need to worry about anything like not fitting. Like it will work in there. Like it'll do everything. And then you can pull this off just in case you didn't know that. And then you can fit all sorts of people in here. So we're just gonna put the flight attendant in the chair just cause, you know, why not? And then we're gonna check out all of these cool features that we really have to go up close and personal for. So as you can see, and we've all seen this from the pictures, there are 4 seats and then a 5th seat over there. You've got a nice sticker there, which is talking about like where the plane is gonna go. And then in here you have a small place for your baggage. So this is where you can put your baggage. So that's cool. Then back here you have a little cart. And this is where the other soda is. It's just kind of in there. So it's like you can get your, you know, your snacks and your beverages if you're on Delta or whatever flight you're on, whatever flight this aircraft is. And then here is a little bathroom. And I really like this little bathroom. If you can see, there is a hot and cold water there with a nice sink. Very spacious, I might add. Some toilet paper and a toilet, which is a sitting toilet. So that is super cool because I don't usually remember seeing those in airplanes, but I haven't gone to the bathroom on airplanes very much, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, this has a little door, which is 2 separate things, but it moves as one, which is cool. So yeah, you can just move one. Okay, well, of course now it doesn't, but usually if I move this one, then the other one moves along with it, which is really cool and very nice. So we can replace the top here, and it just fits right on. There's about 4 studs holding it in, and it is just great. This whole thing just blends seamlessly into it. The door and everything, it's amazing. You've got all the windows, and they go back to here. Now, what could be back here? Well, we've all seen the pictures. It's the car thing, but I'm opening it. But there's this really cool feature, and I'm gonna have to put the camera down for a second. There's this pretty cool feature where on the bottom here, if you throw this thing up, this little lever up, if you can see that, then you cannot open this because it's locked in. So that's like the flight mode. You can lock this in so it doesn't come flying out mid-flight. But if you do want to open it, you just put that thing back and open it right up. And then of course you can do, you know, the famous thing with the car that we've all been watching. Here, I'll get that out of your way. This is a nice angle. And then, you know, you can push the car up there, and then you can slide the car over and into the aircraft. And I just did it backwards, but it doesn't really matter because you can do it from any way you want. And then you can also fit it in there with the minifigure inside of it, which is cool. And then you'll just close this right up. We've all seen the pictures, but it is still a cool feature. And you'll just do that little lock we talked about, which is just a little Technic thing. And now it won't come out mid-flight. So that is really cool. Did I mention that is a printed piece right there? A printed piece. Thank goodness. You know, Lego usually makes you do stickers for stuff like that, but they didn't this time, and I'm so thankful. But, you know, they did make you do stickers for, you know, this thing and that thing and all this stuff in the front. Yeah, so, at least they didn't make you do everything, right? So, we gotta look for the cool things about this plane. The one thing I don't get about this set is why is it so low to the ground? If you're looking at this is on Lego base plates. Well, not technically Lego, but fake Lego base plates, whatever, same thing. This is on a flat surface, and you see how close to the ground those engines are? Like, that is just insane. This whole thing isn't bigger than, like, my finger. Like, my finger can't fit under there. It can barely fit under the actual plane itself, which is just crazy. So this thing is so low with the wings. The wings are just so low to the ground, and I don't understand. Also, just the plane in general is low to the ground. Literally, that's all it is just that wheel piece. And then these other wheel pieces back here. Which brings me to my next point. Why do we have 3 wheels, but one of them is further back than the others? It doesn't make any sense at all, because you can't take it off. Like, if you're trying to take off, then you're just sitting on one wheel, which doesn't make any sense. Also, you can't really take off too well, because you have to be really careful that you don't scrape the bottom. And if you are a little kid, you're gonna scrape the bottom every time, I guarantee it. But yeah, that's just the thing. Like, that wheel in the back is gonna get destroyed if kids keep
bringing the plane in. It's gonna land first on that wheel and have all the pressure on that wheel. Even if it's for just a second, over time it's going to wear down on the wheel. So I just don't understand why they have that wheel there. Well, I forgot to mention that then when it's on a non-flat surface like carpet, where it's going in a little bit, you can clearly see that those engines are touching the ground and they are skidding along the ground, which is just unacceptable. Why are those engines doing that? It doesn't make any sense. If you look at the build, like, they could have easily done something to move this up. Like, oh my gosh, there's literally a barrier in here so that they can't even go back just for this piece. So why can't they have just moved it up? Yes, it would have interfered with the whole thing, but like, honestly, the engine should not be skidding on the ground. This is just so weird, and it's not like unacceptable because it still works and it's still an amazing plane, don't get me wrong, but like, really, like, come on, like, a kid can't play with this too well because they're gonna break it. It's gonna fall off just from like, and also this falls off the wings very easily. Like, oh my gosh, I just don't understand where did the design flaw come from? Really quickly, did I mention that the blonde dude has a throw-up face as his ultimate face? I don't think I did, but yes, he has a throw-up face for his second face, which is just awesome to see. So, you know, guys, this is the entire set. I'm gonna try and get everything in the picture here because there's such a lot going on because this is such an awesome set. For $100, even though the price per piece is a little over 10 cents per piece, I still think it is a great set. I mean, honestly, look at all of these big pieces that are going into that price per piece ratio. There are so many large pieces in this set, it's crazy. I mean, just look at what you're getting here for $100. It's huge. Like, for LEGO Star Wars, you'd be lucky to get like just the plane in a $100 set, but no, this is City, so you're also getting, you know, an airport to go along with it, albeit it's not a very big airport, but it does the job, and it really adds to the whole play of the whole thing, especially with that cart and the ramp and everything. And I mean, if you wanted a car and you got the set to get that little car, I mean, good for you. There were a lot of sets with cheaper sets with cars in them, but hey, you went for this one just for the car. Good for you. I mean, it was worth it. You're gonna find joy in that plane even though you didn't really mean to. Okay, I'm just joking. But yeah, the plane is really what you bought the set for, but it's really nice to get all that other stuff. It really adds to the overall you know, experience of this set, and I really did enjoy building this today on my live stream. It was great, my first live stream, and it was just so good to talk with people and build the set at the same time. I really do appreciate the building techniques that went into it, and I do appreciate the end set as a result. So thank you all for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did like the video, make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button for me. I do appreciate it always. And then, guys, I will see you in the next one. I hope you did enjoy this video. And this is Kenneth from the LEGO Republic, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.